What's good, YouTube? Y'all don't need me to tell you that we have an airborne sickness and everybody's getting sick. Happy holidays, man. Yeah. Happy holidays, man, to everybody out there, man. Smoke Low 83, man. Shout out to you, brother. Imani, what's good? What's good, Imani? Man. Everybody went to Miss Susan's house, man. A lot of people got sick, man. You know what I'm saying? How you feel? How you feeling, Imani? How you feeling out there? Man. He said, yeah, it's bad in New Jersey. Sheesh, man. It's like America got sick at the same time. You know what I'm saying? So I got a story to tell. Feeling good in the house. You know, Terry, she can't stay in the house. So she's like, ow. So I have a lot of, I got a lot of stories, a lot of stuff to tell you guys. I've been away from this show. This is my true love. And I've been away from the show for so long. It's been about a week. I was sick with COVID. You know what I'm saying? I was sick. You know what I'm saying? Down and out. Thank God I was vaccinated though, man. Real shit. And I got a story too, man. I got a lot of stories. I got a lot of stuff, man. So we good, man. You know what I'm saying? We good. All right. So first thing and first and foremost, thank you everybody that watched the last show. I got a lot of responses from the last show. The last show was dealing with contracts. Thank you. Last show. Oh, let me get some water before we get going, man. Yo, shout out to everybody that's here on YouTube, man. So we building the YouTube presence. That's what we doing. We building the YouTube presence. You know what I'm saying? All my YouTube competition, them niggas they got last year off. Them niggas got last year off. I'm gonna be on a neck this year. You know what I'm saying? But there we go. I'm gonna be dropping content on an everyday basis on YouTube. So you YouTube niggas, you better watch out, man. We coming for y'all. You know what I'm saying? Real shit. So, but shout out to Caffeine, man. This is the home. Shout out to Caffeine. Shout out to everybody that's getting the notifications coming on in here. Let me see. Let me get my water and then I'm gonna get started. Man. We're gonna come out shooting, man. So let me get my water. All right, for those who are new here, this is a call-in talk show. The phone number will be posted in this lower third, this what they call this Chiron right here, where it right now says how America got COVID this Christmas. There will be a phone number there when it's time to call. This is a call-in show. Also, it's very important if you want to know, because you might some of you guys might be watching this. It may be on Instagram. You might see a clip on Instagram. You might see a live stream on YouTube. You might be watching a Caffeine live stream. You might be watching a replay on Caffeine, or you might be watching a replay on my website, or you might be watching a replay on YouTube. So to stay what's going on, look at this timestamp. Always look at this timestamp. That timestamp is your best friend. That timestamp is your best friend. That's how you know what's going on, man. Shout out to the Moore King, man. Shout out to you, beloved. Shogun Glow, shout out to you, man. See the people coming in here, man. Shout out to y'all, man. It's a beautiful year. I'll say this though. Right now, matter of fact, I'm gonna get this book. Flint Town, there he is. Hold on. All right. So listen, if you're on YouTube, go ahead and like and share, do all of that stuff. You know what I'm saying? Dislike if you want to. Share, that's cool. Leave comments, that's cool. All is fair. You know what I'm saying? All right. I want to tell y'all something real quick. I got a lot to talk about. All right, search Circle 7 on YouTube. All right, search Circle. All right, cool. All right. Anyway, man. Let's get cooking. All right, so man, I got a lot to talk about. All right, so this book right here is called Christians and Moors in Spain. I went to the Los Angeles Public Library, and I borrowed it, and I never returned it. One of the reasons why is because this is firsthand documentation from our ancestors who ran the world. Okay, this is firsthand documentation. Okay, so what you have is, this is legal documents, legalese, contracts, edicts, judge rulings, stuff like that, written in Arabic, translated and narrated. Okay, and so what's happening is and so this is the Middle Kingdom, right? So this is the time period between the year 700 and 1500. The reason why I'm showing this to you is you begin to, like when I read this and I started reading firsthand accounts, you realize that Christmas and New Year's used to be the same holiday. It used to be the exact same day. New Year's and Christmas used to be the same day. This is obviously Christian, this for Christians, right? So in this time period, we were Muslims. And while, let's say we lived in Spain, right? Because the Moorish Empire ruled everything from Spain all the way down to Senegal, then from Senegal all the way over to Egypt, around there. So all through Libya, Damascus, all up in Tunisia, modern day Morocco, all of that stuff, all in Spain. Okay, so that was the Moorish Empire. Now, in the seat of it was in Spain. That's where the sweetest of our fruit, metaphorically speaking. So remember, there was no whites and blacks in during that time period. It was more so Muslims, Christians, and Jews. So you're talking about Muslims, which were so-called black people, and you had Christians, what are so-called white people. Although we lived together in harmony, we had separate laws. We had separate laws. And many of the laws kept us, were on the lines of culture. Many of them were on the lines of culture, meaning Christians were not allowed to partake in Muslim culture. Muslims or so-called black Arabs could not partake in Christmas. Okay? And so what I have here is, I want to read this to you. Usually when we get around this Christmas time period, I like to discuss like what all this stuff means, right? Because normally, we have a circle 7, right? Circle 7. So normally with this is a year, and then the 4 cardinal points: summer, winter, fall, spring. Each one marks a holiday, right? Oh man, nice and warm, man. Shout out to Rasta One and everybody. So each one marks a holiday, right? The four vernal marks, So summer, you know what I mean? So now winter is where the sun goes the furthest away from the earth, right? That's why it's cold, right? And then when the sun goes furthest away, the days are shorter and the nights are longer. Okay? Doesn't Islam and Christianity have some similarities? Yes, 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 they do. Yes, they do. So, all right. Now, my point is, anyway. So even in the creation of Judaism, they when a lot of these practices, so a lot of the what we call pagan practices, a lot of the pagan practices, those are called pagan, but those are the scientific ones. So it's actually not really that pagan, right? Like the so-called pagan holidays are like, you know what I'm saying? Those are like really, they mark certain points in the sky. All right. So the sun on December 25th of the Gregorian calendar that we go by, the sun goes into its most south position. It stays there for about 3 days. And on December 25th, it begins then to what they call resurrect. So the son of God, dies for 3 days and then begins to quote unquote resurrect. And then on that third day, December 25th, the sun begins its northern traverse, promising warmer days, promising spring, promising crops. You guys got to remember, we used to eat and everything's based on agriculture, okay? Like, you guys forgot about that. Right now, you just can turn the light on and just go to Walmart and shit like that, right? So time wasn't always like that. We used to literally study the sky based on, okay, the weather, this, that, my crops. You know what I'm saying? Your family might be raising cattle. My family might be good with strawberries and oranges and shit like that. You know what I mean? So we used to really be in tune with this kind of stuff. So the sun. So the end of the year, for some reason, it's the European. Okay. Think about this. The European, his day starts at midnight, right? His year starts in the winter. And I think there's another one. Yeah. But any which way. But isn't that kind of interesting, right? Why does the day start at midnight in its darkest time? So all through the Asiatic world, India, Islam, basically people of color, our year starts at the beginning of spring, which would be here. So, you know what I'm saying? If it's a circle, you know what I'm saying? So this is winter, right? Winter, spring, summer, fall, winter. You understand what I'm saying? Y'all get it, right? Y'all get it? So normally throughout everybody besides the European Christian, their year starts when spring starts, and then their day starts at sunrise. Okay? Not sure why the European starts is at the dead opposite. Anyway, so I want to read this to you. And so you begin to realize, okay, how things were back in the day. The treatment. So let me see. The rules for the Christians. This is the early 12th century. This is on page 110. The rules for the Christians. Because remember here in America, we had separate. Were all laws separate but equal? And when we had what they call segregation, right? In segregation, we had separate. No, we had the same laws, but we had different society practices, right? You couldn't eat with white people and go to school with them. All right. Okay. Anyway, let's read here. So rules for the Christians. The following selections are from the Hisbah manuals published by the documents and These cover the famous treaties of Ibn Abdun as well as Ibn Abdul Rauf Umar. Okay. The Hisbah is the function of the Mustib or the market inspector, among whose duties are to ensure that the traders conform to Islamic regulations, to monitor the use of weights and measures and enforce public morality. In the 12th century, witnessing the accession, the Almoravids or the Moors, the dates of the two authors are unknown. This is Morocco, active in the end of the Middle Ages, French translation. Okay. A Muslim should not rub down a Jew or a Christian in the baths. Because remember, they had public baths at this time, right? Public baths. Neither should he throw out the refuse or clean their lavatories. So a Muslim, we were far too distinguished to clean the bathrooms. And Christians are more suitable for such a job, which is a task for the meanest. A Muslim should not work the animals of a Jew or a Christian. Neither should he ride in their company or grasp the stirrup. The perpetrator must be censured. Muslim women must be prevented from entering disgusting churches, for the priests are fornicators, adulterers, and pedophilists. French women, too, should be forbidden to enter churches except on days of particular merit or festivals, and they eat and drink and fornicate with the priest. There is not one of them who does not keep two or more of these women, spending the night with them. So here you have a morality difference between the Muslims and the Christians of this time period. And a lot of these laws were on, women as well. No woman, old or otherwise, should be left in the house of a priest if he refused to marry. See, think about that for a second. In Islam, in Islam, there no imam, no high religious person, no marabut, none of these, no sharif, none of these people deny their sexuality. The only religion that denies their sexuality is the Christian religion, the nuns and the priests and stuff. But guess what happens when you deny your natural sexuality? What do you think happens? What you think? Yeah, which is dumb, exactly. What happens is it comes out perverted. It comes out perverted. And the Muslims is telling you this. This is our ancestors. Our ancestors is telling you, like, listen, our women should never go in there. The priest should be forced into circumcisions, as the marabouts made them do, according to their assertions, and they say they follow the path of Jesus. Jesus was circumcised. With them, the day of his circumcision, which is January 1st, is a festival which they hold in great regard, but they themselves have abandoned this practice. So, wow. So now you're talking about January 1st being what we call a new year. So that had to do with the circumcision of Jesus Christ. One must not sell a scientific book to a Christian unless it deals with their own law. For they translate these books of science and attribute to their own people and their own bishops when they are in really the works of us, the Muslims. What is that saying? What is that saying? The niggas be swagger jacking. The white man be out here swagger jacking. Because remember, in the 12th century, science, remember, this is when the European just came out of his dark ages, right? He just came out of his dark ages. There's mass death. See, right now we're having COVID and all this stuff. This is not new to the Christianity and all that, and to the Europeans. This is you know what I'm saying? These kind of things like this, these plagues, which I'm gonna get to in a second. It would be best if no Jewish or Christian doctor were left to treat a Muslim, for they have no concern for the welfare of a Muslim, but only for the medical treatment of their co-religionists. Now, how many times do we see in science, you see, once again, I'm talking about science and things of this nature. How many times they don't give black people proper pain pills because they feel like we can handle pain on a different threshold, or we hear about the Tuskegee experiment, or we hear about these sort of malpractices based on our so-called race. Our ancestors been through this shit. Muslims are forbidden to buy the meat intentionally from the butcheries of the Dahimis. Malik aboard this, and the Caliph Umar, may God be pleased with him, ordered. Okay. So they're talking about the meats. Okay, Revelations, any meat the Christians slaughters for their churches. Now remember, he didn't say that about Jews, because the Jews follow kosher. They have to have kosher and kosher things. And in Islam, we had halal. Halal and kosher is A alike, B alike. But in Christianity, they eat pork, they eat filth, absolute filth. Hold on one second, let me turn off this heater. Which gave rise to diseases. All right. The last thing I want to show is this is about drinking wine. If a Muslim buy wine from a Christian, whatever wine is found in his possession will be destroyed. All right, raids, okay. Praiseworthy character, Al-Andalus, shipyards. All right, I want to get to here it is right here. All right. The selection that follows this question is how Islam maintained its identity in Spain, where it was not only geographically far removed from its origin in Arabia, but also evolving in a society where Christianity remained obstinately pervasive. To what extent Spanish Islam was molded by the European environment, it took root. So anyway, so now we're talking about the identity. Now we're going to be talking about Christmas. One invention is that all the people, and so this right here is written, let me see, the questions are religious. Also, this is written by Ibn Abdul Rankakwa al-Tarishi, a native of Tortosa. He was born in 1060 and died 60 years later, according to most accounts, spending most of his life in Egypt, where his teaching was influential on Ibn Tumart, the founder of the Almohad movement, which is the Almoravids, right? The Moors. This is it can be classified by this was recommended Muslim law. The matter of celebrating Christian festivals has already been discussed. Oh, see text 79. Okay. All right, I just want to read this to you guys. There's a couple things I want to show y'all. Got a lot to talk about. Okay, Christian festivals. Okay, all right. This is what I was looking for too. The celebration of the beginning of the Christian year. Some man with a long name was asked about the eve of January, which the people call the birth of Jesus, for which they work so hard for their preparations, as which they consider a great festive day for the Christian. They give each other different foods, present various gifts and novalities exchanged by way of gifts, and men and women abandon their work for the day because of the importance attached to that day. They consider it to be the first day of the year. Okay, so what are we talking about? We're talking about Christmas and New Year being the same day. Christmas, New Year being the same day. Where did it become separated? Question: do you think Allah that is forbidden, which a Muslim cannot be permitted to follow, and he should not agree by his relatives and in-laws any of the food prepared? Is it disapproved? So I guess they're asking the question to either a religious or an authority. Is it unambiguously forbidden, or is it absolutely forbidden? There are traditions handed down by the Prophet, may Allah be pleased with him, concerning those of his community who imitated the Christians in their celebration of the Nazareth of the Mihrjan. to the effect that they would be mustered with the Christians on the day of judgment. It is also reported that he who said, whoever imitates a people is one of them. So please explain to us, may God be generous to you, what you consider in this manner, if Allah wills. Okay, so they're asking like, look, man, like, Christmas, what we do, you feel me? Like my brother is married to a white girl and they practice Christmas, and you know what I mean? What I'm trying to do, guys, is I'm not really trying to prove anything to you. I'm not really trying to show you guys anything, except that a different mindset of when, because right now we're in a society where the Christian rules, we're under Christian domination. Okay. We're under a weird time period where this the so-called Christmas day is supposed to be for the prophet Jesus, or the Messiah. The Christians call him a Messiah, right? But that has even been co-opted by capitalism. And now there's a mystery God named Santa Claus that people praise. You see, I'm just showing you how far removed. Where New Year's and Christmas was on the same day. Nah, pagan, old news. Okay, so that's first. Okay, and now what I'm also doing is not imagine a time period where Christianity wasn't dominating. Imagine it where it was equal, and many of us are interacting with Christianity for the first time. You know what I mean? Some of us is married to them, some of us is interacting, but we're still trying to maintain our ways, and then kind of juxtapose it with the laws of the 1960s in America, where it's the same two people, different names now, trying to exist in the same period. He answered, I have read this letter of yours and I have understood it, what you're asking about. It is forbidden to do everything that you have mentioned in your letter, according to the ulama, which is Islamic law. I have cited the traditions that you mentioned to emphasize that. I have also cited Yahabi Latidi, who said, receiving presents at Christians from a Christian or from a Muslim is not allowed. Neither is accepting invitations on that day, nor is making preparations for it. It should be regarded as the same as any other day. He produced a hadith on this subject going back to the Prophet, may God be pleased with him. Any one day said to his companions, you will become settled among the non-Arabs. Whoever imitates them in their celebration will be mustered by them. Yaha also said, I asked Ibn Kahana about that and informed him about the situation in our country, and he disapproved and denounced it. He said, a firm opinion about it, that it is makruh, repugnant. Similarly, I have heard Malik say, in the words of the Prophet, may God be pleased with him, whoever imitates the people will be mustered by them. It is similar to racing horses and holding tournaments on our Midsummer's Day. Okay, so they're talking about their Midsummer's holiday. Like, don't gamble on those days, because gambling is Christian things. Gambling is forbidden in Islam. That is not permitted. Likewise, what women do to decorate their houses on Midsummer's Day. Okay, continuing. That is an act of the period of pre-Islamic ignorance, as is the way they take out their clothes at night to be soaked by the dew. Abandoning their work on that day is also disapproved of, as is preparing cabbage leaves and greens, i.e. vegetarian food. That women should wash themselves in water on that day is absolutely forbidden unless it is for reasons such as ritual impurity. Whoever does this has shared in the spilling of the blood of the Zacharias. It is related that the prophet, may God be pleased and grant him salvation, whoever multitudes the number of a people is one of them. So I say that to all the conscious people. To all the conscious people. It's in these holidays are important. You know what I'm saying? Because many of us, so-called, you know what I mean, especially like the woke brothers, like we be like, man, we don't celebrate no Christmas. It's very important that you don't. It's very important that you don't. Fuck with Kwanzaa. Fuck with Kwanzaa or something. Because this whole idea of bringing trees in from the outside, decorating a tree and bowing to a tree and giving gifts of capitalism, decked out in Santa Claus and elves and all kind of weird shit. That's not even Christian. That's not even Christian. So, I share that with you guys. Not always was the white man in charge, man. Not always was Christianity the number one thing moving. Anyway, wanted to share that with you. Oh, and that was a side note. And then I think there was one more I wanted to share. And then I wanted to talk about this COVID shit, man. Okay, yeah. Yeah, anyway, all right, yeah, let's get to it. So any which way. So yeah, now. Anyway, guys, so I was down for about I think I went to the Rams game on the 21st. Went to the Rams game on the 21st. And then I did my booster shot, my vaccine booster shot on the 22nd. And then I started feeling sick on the 23rd. Right. And so I thought I was feeling complications of the what's the name of the vaccine shot, until I realized that the homie that I went to the game with, he had the exact same symptoms that I had. He didn't get boosted. Ooh, brother. Ooh, that's bad advice. So I say this. Thank God I was vaccinated. Thank God I was vaccinated. I ended up getting COVID. I basically had body aches, chills for about a day or two. I have 3 friends right now. 3 friends right now who caught COVID. First of all, I had no respiratory issues. Okay. I was down for about 2 days. So first things foremost, right now, the Omicron variant is, everybody catching it all of a sudden. Yeah, brother. So right now, the Omicron variant is the one permeating everywhere. And so my wife is vaccinated, sore throat. That's all she got. Me, I got exposed to that raw motherfucker, right? Because I was vaccinated, I didn't really shed. I didn't have what they call like a big viral load. You know what I'm saying? I know you guys know science that much, but I didn't have like a huge viral load. You know what I'm saying? But I probably was exposed to somebody who was unvaccinated, so who had a high viral load. And that shit, you know what I'm saying, had me knocked out for about 2 days. Now, let me tell you, the homie, he was like most of you guys. He was like, man, I'm never going to get vaxxed. You know what I'm saying? On some typical nigga shit. It's just like, you know what I mean? Most of y'all, right? He was like, man, I'm never going to get vaxxed. And then finally, like, he ended up getting vaxxed, right? And so he called to tell me. He said, I want to thank you, man. I want to thank you for being a good friend. Knowing that I was a little off or whatever. And he felt that he got vaxxed, and he felt like it saved him from something, a lot worse. You know what I'm saying? And so, you're welcome, brother. You know what I'm saying? Because I know you're going to be watching this later. So you're absolutely welcome, man. You know what I'm saying? And so just anybody that's out there, right now it might be too late, but there are, I know 3 individuals right now who are going through it, right? Okay. So first of all, we have Omicron. Omicron is not, it's mild. It's really like, it's not as bad as Delta. So like Delta, like the one that passed, Delta kill niggas, bruh. Delta literally was killing a lot of people. This one is you can't get vaccine appointments in NYC until almost summer. Yeah, I know. And the reason, and then testing is hard too. So I didn't purposely actually get tested, because testing is almost impossible right now. Okay, it passed that quick because I was vaccinated, brother. Okay, so I'll give you guys time periods. Just understand there's no cap. I went. My wife keeps popping in and out. Babe, when did I get vaccinated? When did I get that? When did I get my booster? That was I think it was the 22nd. It was the 22nd. Right? Okay, yeah. I went to the game on the 21st. I got my booster on the 22nd. My man, we went to the game on the 21st. Then I started getting sick on the 23rd. I just spoke to the homie. He said he got sick at that same time. He said he was fucked up all through Christmas. So was I. I had body aches. So let me tell you guys what I had. So if you guys, go through it yourself. I had body aches, chills, lethargy, backache. Thank God I didn't have any respiratory issues. A fever. Babe, I didn't have a fever though. I didn't have a fever. You know what I mean? But once again, that's probably because I was vaccinated. I want to show you guys something. So this right here is this is a number of COVID people for every 1,000. Okay, for every 1,000. Okay, so the top line is unvaccinated and the bottom line is vaccinated. Okay, so this is the beginning of coronavirus. This was March of 2020, right? This is at the height of it. And so these are the people that are unvaccinated. These are the people that are vaccinated. These are the number of cases, right? And so you're going to notice the cases started going down and then it kind of goes up again. And so if you're vaccinated, the numbers is going to be way higher than vaccinated, right? And so the vaccinations, the number is lower, right? And then now here comes Omicron. Look at this shit. This is as of the past 2 weeks. Look at this shit. So yes, there's breakthrough cases. If you're vaccinated, you're still gonna get sick. But it's a small little increase compared to the and this is for every 100,000 people. This is in New York City. Okay, this one right here is in New York City. All right. So. What else? I had this, that, 3, 4. Yeah. So, now, I have, as a so-called woke young black man, I'm in the minority. Most people are unvaccinated, right? So I understand that I'm in a minority, and I understand that I'm talking to people who have trust issues with authority, and I understand you guys, maybe didn't, take science or have doctor friends and stuff. I understand that, okay? So I'm trying to, I'm trying to be very respectful. Okay, because I understand that you guys don't go to doctors and stuff like that. So I'm trying to be very respectful. But right now we have to be smart, and we have to not distrust people just because they're white. You know what I'm saying? We can't distrust them just because they're white. Scientists know what they're talking about. And because I was vaccinated, there are people, I can't say who, but there are people very close to me, very, very close to me, and associate close to me. I know about 5 people. They're going through it right now, guys. So I don't want to, I don't want to have doomsday or anything like it was back in the day, because talking vaccines is not good for my brand. You know what I'm saying? Talking vaccines is not good for my brand. You guys don't believe in science, man. So, you know what I'm saying? I dig it. But for all the people that's out there that's on the fence, roll with science, man. Roll with science, man. Because right now, Omicron is everywhere. And so if that means don't go out for the next. So if you have children, this is something I wanted to tell my wife privately, but don't send your kids to school at least until February, man. Like, we got to wait. Like, you know what? I got to stay on. All right. There's so much I want to say. I was watching some of my past shows, and when coronavirus first came, and we were going through it first came, and then through the Delta wave. When it was going through that Delta wave, right during that time period, I remember saying next winter is going to be terrible because it's going to be cold, it's going to be a new variant, and only white people are going to be vaccinated. You know what I'm saying? Excuse me. So, yeah. And I just want to tell you guys, man, it's okay to be wrong. And, I have an unvaccinated friend. He's, oh man, I'm unvaccinated. This is his third time catching COVID. He already had COVID 3 times. He already had COVID 3 times. So, I wanted to share that. And I wanted to share some numbers, and I want to show you guys some things. Now, one thing that this is one thing how I feel. I feel like this. I feel that those with platforms, those that have people following them, they have the most responsibility by their words. And I feel that words are living things. Okay? And when rappers go around and they talk about death this, death that, death this, tell God this, that they're invoking their death and they're bringing that shit on. That's just how I feel. You guys may not feel that way, but words are powerful. What I have is I have a list of about 15 to 20 Europeans who are anti-vax leaders. Some religious, some political, some social. All of these niggas is dead from COVID. all of them are dead from COVID.
And opposing COVID vaccines and face masks. And now some of those people are dying from COVID. Conservative radio host Mark Bernier died over the weekend. He called himself Mr. Anti-Vax and told his listeners, "I'm not taking it. Are you kidding me? Mr. Anti-Vax." He is the third conservative radio host to question or criticize the vaccine, then pass away from the disease recently. Meantime, a Texas man who led an anti-mask movement has also died from COVID. He created the San Angelo Freedom Defenders Group that held a rally to combat COVID-19 tyranny. What do you think about this, Tori?
I saw this meme, excuse me, and I really resonated with me, and I want to share it with you guys and see what you think. It's by Charles Fishman. He says, once again, U.S. hospitals are filled to overwhelmed with people desperately ill with COVID-19. You know what is not happening? Not one hospital is filled with people suffering the side effects from the COVID vaccine. Not one. I don't know why this wouldn't make sense to people. To me, this is 2 + 2 is 4. Even the people who are saying don't get it are dying. At what point are you going to be on that hill and die for it just to be right? You're wrong, and you're still going to die.
Hey, thank you for calling Circle 7 Media. What's your name and where are you from?
This is Elevation Style Rock call from Houston, Texas.
Hey, what's up, good brother? Thank you for calling in, man. What's on your mind?
This topic that you're speaking about right now, dealing with the vaccine or whether a person should get vaccinated and the data attached to it. But have you had a chance to take a look at the BARS report or the BARS report?
No.
So on the HHS.gov or CDC website, you have the vaccine adverse event reporting system. That's what VARS is. And
Yeah, I heard of that.
They report virtually, and somebody can debate whether they report 100% or just a fraction of the total amount of cases, but nevertheless, they report a number of events, adverse reactions, even deaths caused by COVID-19 and, COVID-19 vaccine, because this is all about the vaccine and not just that vaccine, but any vaccine. So a lot of times in the media, they don't talk about the people who die from just taking the vaccine. And I think if we're going to talk about science and data,
yes,
let's pull up some actual numbers and go to the website. And
So actually, I have it up right now, and I've been on this website before. So what this website does is this is self-reported. Okay, so that's important, and also this is people who died after taking the vaccine. It doesn't mean that they died because of the vaccine. Okay. And so let's put the website up. Let me put the website up.
That's that. Okay, hold on. CDC. Let me go to the CDC website. Hold on.
Yeah, I have it up right here. It's VAERS at HHS.gov. Just put VAERS in Google. That's vaccine adverse. I have it up right here.
Yeah, so the government website also is at the CDC website.
Okay, right here it says, have you had a reaction following a vaccine? So this is self-reporting if you're experiencing, right? And then so you can report an adverse event, okay? Right. But let me just speak to you personally. I took 3 shots. Nothing happened to me. My wife took a shot. Nothing happened to her. All the people that I know that took vaccines, nothing's ever happened to them. Just factually. The only thing that happened is that those who have gotten COVID after the vaccine compared to those unvaccinated, my wife has only got a sore throat, and that's it. Her family members are like trying to figure out if they're going to be hospitalized or not, brother.
Right.
I'm just talking about just my personal reality.
That's fine.
And so right now I'm live on YouTube and Caffeine. You're on YouTube, right?
I'm on YouTube. That's correct.
Yeah, thank you, brother. All right, just letting the people on Caffeine know, because we kind of like have a knit community and they don't recognize your voice. All right, so here it is. Let's look at some VAERS data. So it says VAERS data sets. Let's look at some VAERS data sets. Let's find out what's going on here.
Okay.
Report an adverse event, guide to interpreting data, resources, interpreting, okay. Data is accessible by downloading raw data in comma and CSV files. So I got to download a CSV file.
That's right.
Options.
You're doing a lot more research right now than the average person. So once you download it, or try to download, it's like you type in a word verification code, right? You see that?
Yeah, well, let's see. Okay, look, here it is. I have 2021. I have a zip file. I have a CSV file. I have symptoms, CSV file, and then I have the vaccine. I don't know which one to download. Let me just download the zip file. I'm just going to do it this year.
Yeah,
and like you said, I got to put in all of these words and all of this shit. See?
That's
Yeah, but at the end of the day, brother, you know what I'm saying? Let's be honest. What you're trying to do is, let's be honest. What you're trying to do is find reasons to not take it. Let's just be honest.
No.
Let's just be honest.
I'm trying to just, hold on. No, you're trying to deflect. See, if we was going to
No, I'm asking you a question, no. Am I or no?
No, I'm not.
No, you're not? Okay. Well, most people are. Most people, most black men don't want to take it, and they're finding reasons to not take it. That's most black men, okay? And I understand the skepticism.
You like talking about science? Can we talk about the science?
Well, yeah, brother, I'm not talking about you. Hold on one second. I'll let you talk. And the thing about it is, most people are finding emotional reasons. I'm not talking about you, brother, but most people are finding emotional reasons to not deal with science and facts, because the science and facts state that it is safe, and all of that conspiracy stuff has not yet existed. But I am showing people who are dying who are unvaccinated.
So let's start at the top of the pyramid, right? At the top of the pyramid, Moors don't really have a good track record with dealing with the original people because y'all tend to side with the other people or the white people or the pale people. So this is not really a good track record for y'all. But go to 2021, right now, there's numerous cases of people dying from this vaccine. Now, you say you haven't witnessed it, that's fine.
Have you? Have you?
I have not seen one person with COVID.
No, but no. Answer no. Have you experienced anybody that died after taking the vaccine?
I don't know.
No,
I don't even know.
No, you haven't.
Right. But here's why. I can say why. Now, black people, we actually experience COVID a lot less than white people, Hispanics, and Asians. It's people with the Neanderthal gene who tend to get affected most by COVID anyway. And let's be clear about something. Is that a lot of people have so-called...
I hear you, brother. I don't know if that one is true, though, because right now it seems to be affecting people who are... our people were being severely affected by it in the beginning.
Okay. Can we get the numbers on? Either I'm telling the truth or I'm lying. So there's numbers to back up everything I'm saying. Or do I need to find the links and give you the numbers? See, I'm okay with either way.
How about this? Let me ask you this. Is there anything that will make you take the vaccine?
No, sir.
See, so you're dealing with emotions. You're not dealing with facts. Because if I presented, you said there's nothing. So if I presented all of these data and data sets and all these facts, you're going to say no anyway. And that's what I realize half of you guys are going to do anyway. You guys, it's not about science and data. It's about emotion and feelings. That's what it's about. You niggas are in your feelings.
You see, the reason why is because I know white people have a negative population growth. And they're doing anything they can to reduce the population. They're so cannibalistic, they'll kill off their own kind, they're saying the bottom feeders or the trash of their population in order to get us. Because they want whiteness to survive past 2040 and 2050. That's why they're doing these different things. Bill Gates talked about reducing the population years ago using a vaccine. All of a sudden, he's the head honcho in charge leading this movement. I don't know. Why would I? But there's data to back up all this. So I know you say what you want to say about me. That's fine. But either I'm telling the truth or I'm lying about who's getting affected most.
Yeah.
Whites, Asians, and Mexicans. It's either true or it's not true.
Yeah. I mean, I hear you with Europeans and their birth rates and stuff like that, but I know that it was a sister who helped crack this mRNA vaccine. Her name is Aziza. She's a beautiful sister, and she is in the East Coast or like down south, man. She's a Kazizi. It's a beautiful sister. And the trials done on the COVID vaccine were done on poor Africans, West Africans.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
She's an immigrant.
Yes.
She's an immigrant.
Yeah, she's a beautiful sister.
She's an immigrant, man. But there was a beautiful sister who worked in the Tuskegee experiment. But I want to give you something, right? And everybody, I'm telling the truth, I'm lying. By the end of 2022, by December, you won't hear nobody talking about masks or mandatory vaccines.
All right.
Any of that.
Okay. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
The only reason why I'm saying is that this thing has been politicized, and the Democrats, they're going to stop talking about this because they're worried about their elections coming up.
All right. Okay. All right. Thank you, brother. And first of all, I thank you for calling the show. I just want everybody to know that's coming from somebody. You heard that coming from somebody who said that there's no amount of data set that will make him change his mind on a scientific thing dealing with his health. Thank you for calling, brother.
No problem. Peace.
You guys, don't let that be you. If we're talking about your health and science, there should be right. What if I gave you all of this data to say condoms work, and you're just like, man, condoms don't work. Condoms don't work. I'm not gonna argue with you about if condoms work. I'm not gonna argue with you. If you think that condoms don't work, fuck all them bitches raw dog. Go do it, nigga. Fuck all them crackhead bitches raw dog, nigga. Do it. Do it. I'm not gonna argue with you. Shout out to everybody out there. Oh, let me finish playing this. Thank you for calling. The phone number is 424-261-3107. I'm back, bitches. I was gone for like 4 days, 5 days. Like, doing this show is like, this is what I love to do. So if I was gone, I was gone. I miss you guys, man. All right, got another one.
A prominent QAnon anti-mask, anti-vax advocate is now dead from complications from COVID. Veronica Wolski gained notoriety for documenting her own protests, including the one where she harassed Staples employees over their store's mask policy. Well, her death has prompted outrage.
All praise due to Allah,
which claims the hospital refused to treat her with the livestock deworming medication ivermectin. It's yet another disturbing example of what the already strained healthcare workforce is up against during this already deadly pandemic. Back with us again tonight, Dr. Kavir.
All right, so my wife lost a friend to COVID. Okay, I don't know what y'all believe and what y'all don't believe. Okay, she went to the funeral and hasn't spoken to him since he passed. Okay. Okay? A friend of mine, which I won't say his name, his friend died of COVID. He's dead. So those are not, most of you guys feel it's real, but some people don't even feel it's real. Niggas is out here blind as a motherfucker. Niggas is driving blind.
Patel, clinical physician, former senior policy aide during the Obama administration, also one of our public health experts and a non-resident fellow at Brookings. All right, doctor, what is the truth about ivermectin, including but not limited to the use in humans it's been approved for?
Yeah, so Brian, ivermectin has been a medication that we have used in humans.
It's okay to say that you're wrong. It's okay. You know, don't be so right that you'll die. was a musclehead. That was a guy who worked out, 33, young, pretty, worked out. You know what I'm saying? Thank you for calling Circle 7 Media. What's your name and where are you from? Hello, hello, you're live on air. Hello, you're live on air. Would you like to speak? Hello? Hello? This nigga must got COVID. And that nigga must got brain fog or something. Shout out to him, though.
A tragic twist for a
I got these shits for days. I got these shits for days. I got these shits for days, man. You know what I'm saying? I know you niggas will never admit that you're wrong. I know that. You niggas have already made up your mind and you'll let this shit kill you. I dig it. But even if I save one person.
twist for a member of a local mega church who refused to get the COVID-19 vaccine. A 34-year-old Corona man who tweeted about refusing the vaccine has now died of COVID-19.
He chronicled his hospital journey on social media and was active with a local church that's popular with celebrities. KCAL 9's Christine Lazar has the story.
Stephen Harmon's last tweet was written Wednesday, just before he was intubated. It read in part, "Don't know when I will wake up. Please pray." Just 6 weeks earlier, the 34-year-old tweeted, "I got 99 problems, but a vax ain't one."
I can't even emphasize how unbelievably demoralizing this is.
Dr. Orrin Friedman is on the front line treating COVID.
And who I really blame? I blame Rizza Islam. I blame the people who have platforms that's spewing out the wrong kind of information, because those are the people, you know what I'm saying? I hate to say this, but I blame Minister Louis Farrakhan. You know what I mean? I'm a firm believer and follower and lover of the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. I am. There's only one thing I disagree with that man on. One thing. And it's the vaccine. That's it. That's the only thing I disagree with him on. But I do. And I'm actually proud of myself. I'm like, damn. You know what I mean? Good. I ain't just a following ass nigga. You know what I'm saying? Because I'll depart from somebody if it ain't making scientific sense. I'm actually proud of myself. So wanted to share that with you. I'm not going to beat it up your heads because, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? It's not good for my brand. You know what I'm saying? Most of you guys is unvaccinated. Most of you guys, you know what I'm saying, don't want to believe it. But if there's one person out there, you guys text me. If you're that one person where you're like, ah, man, you know what I'm saying? Oh, no, I like socialists. I like socialists, man. Anyway, so I don't want to belabor the point over and over again, but I got a lot more where this came from, man. Shout out to everybody, man. The reason why I have this saved is because my sister, she got a new boyfriend, and you know what I'm saying? Okay, so conspiracy theories normally is like black men who feel like they are who don't vote and who don't like politics, who feel like, you know what I mean, they're marginalized, right? So the conspiracy theories are for the brothers who, you know what I mean, maybe don't have their money right and things of that nature. And so most of this anti-vax stuff is masculine. And the women who are repeating it are getting it from their men. That's really what I learned for the most part. Excuse me. Yeah. So anyway, and in black men is who I'm speaking to. So I know, you know what I'm saying, you know, where you guys at. Oh, anyway, so I probably, if you guys see my Google Keep, I probably have about 50 of these videos waiting for my sister to come into my house and her to espouse her anti-vax stuff, and I'm gonna shut it all down because I'm gonna say, what are your sources? You ain't got no sources. All emotion, and I'm gonna just give the facts. Because, you know what I'm saying? Because that's a loved one. You know what I'm saying? You guys, I don't know you guys. You know what I'm saying? I pray for you guys. I don't know you guys. You know what I'm saying? Do whatever y'all want to do. Do whatever y'all want to do. All right. Now I'm still waiting for I'm still downloading that VARS site that the brother had me download. It's a huge file. It's a huge, it downloaded. There it is. It downloaded. It's a zip file. I don't kind of want to upload it live on air, but let's see. Let's extract it. Let's look at the data. But it's self-reporting, and and just because like you died after you took the vaccine, it doesn't mean you died because of the vaccine, right? Like you could take the vaccine. Like imagine if you're a big fat nigga, you know what I'm saying, diabetes and all. You took the vaccine and then you had a diabetes stroke. Does that mean that that the vaccine killed you? It probably was, you know what I'm saying, all them fries and the butterscotch. It probably was the Cokes. It probably was the McDonald's and the barbecue. Oh yeah, it hurt to have the minister do it. Imagine how I feel, man. The minister is telling y'all brothers to not do something to save your life. God, that hurts. That hurts. Facts, data, symptoms, data. Let's see what we got her. Matter of fact, I'm working behind the scenes to get a public debate, not with myself, but with somebody I know, with Rizza Islam. Oh yeah, Aries guy, you're right. Yes, yeah, you're absolutely right, brother. I understand. For the record, for those on YouTube, I'm seeing comments on caffeine. Okay, and Aries guy made a great point. He says some bodies can't handle the vaccines, and he's absolutely right. Of course, yeah. And that's one of the reasons why we should be vaccinated for our fellow man. You know what I'm saying? That's one of the reasons why. Some people are immune compromised, right? Like yeah, like I don't want to bring these personal people into the conversation, but you know, there's elders that are in, you know what I'm saying, who may have dialysis, who may have organ failure, right? Those people, they can't, you know what I'm saying? Some of these people, they can't take the vaccines, you know what I'm saying? So it's good that we take them so we're not exposing them to unnecessary sickness, you know what I mean? A lot of people are what they call immune compromised, man. Some people have autoimmune diseases and stuff like that. So yeah, I absolutely dig it, man. I absolutely dig it. Some people can't, you know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, a friend of mine, he died because his doctor said he wanted to take the vaccine. His doctor was like, I don't think you should. And then he died of COVID, you know what I'm saying? But, yep. Shout out to everybody that got all the answers. But here's another thing. All of the doctors who went to medical school are saying one thing, and all of the people who went to high school and who failed, who never studied science in high school or college is telling me another thing. So you think about what you want to do. Think about what you want to do there, okay? I have Aziz Jha, Vin Gupta, Fauci, Dr. Osterholm, Dr. Kaziz. All of these people say take the vaccine. But then you have other people who don't ever talk Mic check. Oh, okay. Sorry. And then we have other people who failed science, never did science, say don't take the vaccine. So who should you listen to? Dun, dun, dun. Your health is on the line. You can listen to a doctor or you can listen to some nigga with an Instagram page. Dun, dun, dun. All right, here it is. So, can I blast this? I don't know how to blast this Excel spreadsheet, but I see it right here. So it says this is January 1st, Texas, 33 years of age. Right side epiglottis swelled up. It took Benadryl, extreme fatigue, dizziness, could not lift my arm for 72 hours, injection site redness, adverse events, confusion, nasal congestion. Yeah, so most of these people, it's minor. So I'm reading from the VAERS site, and I downloaded the data. You guys can see it's no cap. I saw the data right there. Okay. And so I'm reading the adverse effects that these people had on that website. Okay. Dizziness, chills, muscle aches. That sounds about right. Within 2 days, I had my period. I had a sore arm, fatigue. I'm just going through them. Soreness in the arm, swelling in the arm, soreness in the arm, redness, arm sore, headache, pain. Baby had irregular 6-week wellness. Thank you for calling Circle. Thank you for calling Circle 7 Media. Pell Ben, what's good, brother?
What's good, Ali?
Yeah, man.
Chat has got me so bent right now. Listen. The capital. I'm going to be big socialist brain right now, right? The capitalist class. They need to maintain the status quo. So what happened? People were getting sick. They didn't want to go out into crowded areas like they normally did, right? And that was getting in the way of the money flow, right?
That's right.
But it was also truly a public health crisis that needed to get fixed.
That's right.
We saw the worst case scenario happen in Italy, right? Where the healthcare system was overloaded all at once.
That's right.
And then all of a sudden, that 98.6 survivability rate, it tanked. Why? Because the reason that the survivability rate is so high is because we have ventilators. We have healthcare infrastructure that can be overloaded to the point that the death rate can go up. If you can't get on a ventilator and you need to go on a ventilator, you just die. You just die. So that's where the vaccine comes in. And let's talk about the vaccine, right? America is the only industrialized nation on the face of this planet that does not have socialized medicine.
That's right.
That means every fucking country on the face of this God's green earth,
that's right,
they all hired literal hundreds of firms, businesses, in order to create the vaccine. They all competed against each other. And due to Trump, and this is something Trump did good.
Operation Warp Speed.
Operation Warp Speed, which what it was is that the vaccine was created still following the
Hey, keep
FDA
talking. You're not going to
processes.
see me, but keep talking, okay?
It's still going through the FDA processes, but instead of going through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 3, and 6 could be happening simultaneously. For example, before I got full clearance, it was already being emergency manufacturing, right? Now think back to when I said hundreds of different firms. How many vaccines have we seen out of hundreds, literal hundreds of different countries, different businesses? We got like 6. We got like Moderna, Pfizer, AstraZeneca, and like 2 other ones. Because all the other ones failed. Even Cuba, no one fucks with Cuba. No one trades with Cuba. Even Cuba got its own vaccine. Okay, so then what happened, right? Then we watched real fucking hard to see if anything bad happened with the vaccine. You know how I know? Because I think it was Moderna was causing blood clots in women. And so what do? They stopped fucking distributing them. If you think that this is some kind of global conspiracy that the white man's behind or the Jews are behind or some crazy shit, why didn't all of these fucking businesses make all their shit?
So
why was it only 4 businesses? Why did they stop one of those 4 businesses when these problems started coming?
That's right.
If there was no problems, why did the problems? Because you can go back on the news and you can find out these problems. It's not like we're trying to bury these under the rug. These problems are no.
So what I would like to tell you is, the problem here is, 1, people don't watch the news. Number 1. Number 2,
that's true.
They failed science. Okay, or they didn't study science. Okay. Number 3.
Oh, sorry, my bad.
Number 3, they do not watch any international politics or news, anything internationally. Because if you did, you understand that it's much bigger than a white man and a black man in America issue. You know what I'm saying? You begin to realize that the whole world is going through it. And it ain't got nothing to do with no goddamn Democrat. Niggas say the Democrats. Nigga, Morocco just shut down their borders. Right now in I think in Turkey, them niggas is on lockdown right now. That shit ain't got nothing to do with no Democrat.
And Turkey is pretty much fascist. Like Turkey, like they have like a ministry of religion, I think. Like they're on some different type of shit. They're not left wing.
Aragon, right? Isn't that his name? Erdogan,
I believe.
Erdogan. Yeah. He's a beast. That Erdogan nigga's a beast.
He's spooky.
Yeah, but if all you're focused on is America, then you'll say, oh yeah, well, you know, the white man and the government, and they're trying to shut us down and kill us and da-da-da-da. But Americans are so egotistical. Like what's crazy is America's the only place that has the vaccine and won't take it. We are in a first world country. We have access to the vaccine. If we were in Africa on our Afrocentric woke shit, there is no vaccine. The African nations are like, please. The African nations were mad at Joe Biden for holding booster shots because only like 6% of their population, I'll be specific, in Ghana and in West Africa was vaccinated. It's such a first world problem, but please, Ben, please go on, man.
That reminds me of the Bill Gates bullshit. Listen, Bill Gates is a humanitarian. He's also a billionaire. He wants to be remembered as being a good boy. You know, he's a disgusting billionaire. Anyway, the reason why vaccines will lower the human population is because mothers and fathers don't need to have 17 fucking kids because they know that if they get vaccinated against malaria or these other viruses, they don't need to have 17 kids. They can just have 3 because infant and child mortality goes down, you dumb fuck.
Yo, you know, you raise a good point. Do you know what? We are so blinded by good science. We are pampered by good science, right? Although we don't have socialized healthcare. Outside of that, we are in the lap of luxury. It's almost like.
I disagree.
It's almost like this. Let me tell you. Because of science, we have eradicated measles, cholera, typhoid, like all those things. Mothers were like, guys, we would have been like, how do I say this? Like, there's about 300 of us people right here watching the show. If we weren't spoiled by good science, we would be having fucked up arms. Niggas would be walking with limps. You know what I mean? One of y'all would be half blind in one eye. You know what I'm saying? That's basically what I'm trying to say. We're nice and sterile and good science and condoms and birth control pills. So everything is good. Niggas have almost forgot about how good we have it scientifically.
When you get born. First of all, this is when I say that the right needs boogeymen in order to motivate their worker base.
Fear.
This is exactly what I'm talking about. People are so afraid that they're hurting the people that they love. When you get born, there's a vitamin that you lack because of your gastrointestinal flora hasn't been created yet.
I want to say, Shad, you're absolutely right, Shad. You're absolutely right. You got to ask questions. Absolutely, brother. I agree with you on that.
You do have to ask questions. But the thing about asking questions is that Tucker Carlson asked questions. Nazis ask questions. You know what I mean? Like there are some questions that we're done with. Like how many Jews died in the Holocaust? We're done. You dig? You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
It's all right to ask questions.
Yeah, but I was about to type it, but we must respect the answers we get, even if we disagree with the answer. right? If we ask questions, we have to submit ourselves to the answers that come from them. We may not like the answers. Yo, what's up here, Records?
You'll still get two answers.
What do you say?
You'll still get two answers. You also need the data analysis and critical thinking skills.
That's right.
In order to figure out which one's which. What I was saying is that there's mothers that are so scared to get their children vaccinated that they won't even allow them to take the vitamin K shot that you need when you're first born. And children are starting to have seizures that they didn't used to have, and they're becoming brain dead. And this is the thing that we're done with. This should not be.
Yes.
This should not be a thing that's happening anymore.
Yeah, yo, honestly, life is like life on planet Earth is so precious. Like there are so many competing viruses and microbiology and animal kingdoms and prey and predators, and it's so much. Like, guys, man, it's a micro war going on. It's a microbiological war going on. You know what I'm saying?
Is it a war going? How so?
Well, I mean, you got to boost your immune system, right? It's literally like, and that's what the vaccine is doing. What the vaccine is doing is training your immune system, like to fight it when it sees it. Oh, okay, I know it. Okay, all right, we good. We can fight them. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what the purpose is for. And also the reasons why, because and I'm gonna tee this up for you. So you're the socialist. The reason why we don't have vaccines for other things is because the capitalists just want to make money off of it. You know what I'm saying? Like they could vaccinate against, I don't know, maybe not a common cold.
You tee it up real nice.
Yeah.
It's more profitable to go with ongoing care than preemptive care.
That's right.
They want you to keep on paying for the cure rather than the ounce of prevention.
That's right, brother.
I agree. So, me personally,
I'm sorry. It's just what's crazy is you'll get sick and go to the hospital and take whatever they give you anyway. And so it's all the same. You're just taking it before you get it. Like, that's all it is. You're going to get sick. You're going to take the shit and you're not going to ask what the fuck they're giving you anyway. If you got shot, you're not going to say, oh, I don't know what that is when you're going to put into my arm or when you go through surgery. You're not going to ask none of those questions. And if any of you are fathers, you've already had to vaccinate your children. And if any of you are alive human beings, your parents have already vaccinated you.
When it comes to, I don't know, I don't want to drag this. Maybe I'll drag it over.
Yeah, make your last point.
Honestly, I didn't want to call him. Last point, big point. I don't think that this war of keeping the animal kingdom and everything healthy and the world healthy, I don't think it's an individual problem. You're not going to recycle. You, Ali, and me, Ben, we are not going to recycle our way into making our air more breathable. You understand? We need systemic government. Either government or even more deep things. There are problems with modern day industrialization has caused. For example, and what I'm trying to say is I'm trying to give a little bit of leeway to those that are skeptical of the science and good living that we're experiencing. One thing that I'm skeptical about is the dropping sperm rate.
Yes,
that's all the.
That's right. And the lower testosterone too. So the dropping of sperm and the losing of testosterone, serious issues.
Yes, I agree. It's a very serious issue. It genuinely, truly is a very serious issue, along with the rising of male virginity. That's also another real scary issue. And from what I understand about the sperm rate, it's a big social problem that's going to be government solved because from what I understand, and no one really knows the answer. Let's say that off. No one really knows why testosterone is dropping. No one really knows why sperm counts are dropping. 50% over the last, I believe, 40 years, which is horrifying. Because I hope they don't continue dropping as fast. I don't think they will. I think it'll be a logarithmic, exponential thing where it'll never actually hit below the necessary percentage to get women pregnant. But it is scary because what if I'm wrong? Moving back to why I think it is, from what I understand, there's this shedding of these chemicals off plastic that you can't get food without them being fucking covered in plastic.
Yeah.
You cannot do it.
Yeah.
You can't.
Yeah.
Look.
All the processed
Next
foods.
time you go grocery shopping, try it. You can't do it. These things, this chemical, from what I understand, it's normal. You can process it and it'll pass through your body like vitamin C, it'll move out through your urine.
To your waist,
Yeah, but the thing is that you just take more in. Your system never gets rid of it because you're always eating food. Like you should.
Yeah, and so some people say that might be the rise of homosexuality because, the processed foods is creating more estrogen inside of the our diet.
You know, socialists can disagree with that. I think the rise of homosexuality is a lot like the rise of left-handedness. Have you heard this comparison?
I didn't hear what you said.
I think the rise of homosexuality and different gender identities is much more closely related.
Oh, okay.
Relatable
I hear what you're
to
saying.
the idea of left-handedness. Because in Catholic schools and other institutions of learning, writing with your right hand is normal. So everyone's taught to write with their right hand. But then when people stop being forced to write with their right hand, the amount of people writing with their left hand went up, and it kept on going up and kept on going up and kept on going up. And people thought that it was going to be 50-50. But eventually, after things were left alone, it stabilized. It's at 12%. It's been at 12% for a very, very long time.
Okay.
Homosexuality, these gender identities, all of this stuff is going to level out. Once novelty is the wrong word, but let's use it anyway. Once the novelty runs out, it'll be fine. In the same way that female sports records were climbing faster than male sports records, but they plateaued in the same way that men's have plateaued. And so women haven't exceeded men.
Wow. Did you ever were you here for any of those shows we did about the dropping testosterone levels and the falling sperm rates? Because I've did that show in the past. Were you here for that show?
I don't remember it.
That topic fucking scares me, bro. Like,
it is scary.
you know what I mean? Like, I'm very optimistic. You know what I'm saying? I'm very optimistic. Shit is But the fact that we may not be able to have children without the use of science and shots and gene splice, that shit scares me, man. Like, and I don't know what the problem is. You know what I'm saying? We humanity better get to it. Why are men losing the fact that they're being men? What the fuck? Why is sperm like, you know what I'm saying? So obviously,
I do know.
You know what I'm saying? Well, you have a theory, right? Respectfully.
Well, I'm not saying I know. I say I understand your worry.
Oh, yeah. Got you. Yes, that's very serious. Because if testosterone is going to come in a bottle, we're in for it. We're in for it. Oh, man, I got to buy my manhood. Oh, shit, I got my shot of manhood. Oh, I feel like a man now. What the fuck? What you think these capitalist big pharmacies, what you think is they're gonna do if they can fucking put manhood in a bottle and you can't have manhood without it? Oh shit, dog. Serious problems.
Honestly, it'll never get to that point. But I'm gonna use the socialist words again. The proletariat will rise up before that happens. The working class will rise up before that it'll never get back. You'll have real revolutionary politics.
So here records say AIDS, cancer, COVID. I wonder what's next. It's never gonna stop. This is called Earth. It's called microbiology. It's never gonna stop. There's always going to be microbiology and virus and bacteria trying to take out the host. That's called science. And that's how I know, but see, that's how I know people don't even understand like the basic simple of biology and science. Because it's a war. This shit is not peaches and cream out here. You know what I'm saying? Shit be trying to take shit out.
I think it's bad framing to
Malaria,
think of COVID.
I'm sorry, man. Go ahead. Sickle cell. It's all cotton.
I think it's bad framing to think of viruses and diseases and the earth as trying to kill us. I think that's a little bit overblown.
Okay. Now, can we say this though, Ben? That these viruses are intelligent. They're evolving. They know not to kill children. The virus is intelligent. The virus is like, nigga, if I take out the children, then I'm gonna kill everybody, and I can't survive. They know that I gotta leave the kids. Just like in war, right? You can't kill the kids. You have to let them grow up. Or when you go fishing, you can't take out the small fish. You gotta let them grow up and have kids. Other than that, you'll never have. You know what I'm saying? You'll burn out. The virus is intelligent enough to know that. The virus is like, oh, nigga, that shit got the vaccine. Okay, let me learn the vaccine. Okay, I got it. I learned it. I'm on to a nigga Omicron, nigga. What's good? I'm on the next one, nigga. What's good? Can you agree that it's intelligent?
I completely disagree.
All right.
I completely disagree. The mutations are completely random, and whatever happens to work the best works out the best. And epidemiology is a lot more complicated than this, and even worse than that, COVID is not just in humans. It's a chimera virus. The reason why they say is that it came from bats is because it can infect other populations, not just humans, specifically ferrets. I remember there was a story in Denmark where they had to kill like 100,000 ferrets because they all got COVID. And here's the thing. If it goes into a ferret or whatever other animal, and it mutates and propagates a certain strain in ferrets that's good in ferrets, and then that ferret COVID comes back at humans, it just thinks that we're a big ass ferret, but we might react in a different way than ferrets. We might die, ferrets might live. COVID doesn't give a fuck. It's very dumb. Ideally, the virus wants to be like the common cold. It wants to infect you, it wants you to live, and it wants you to keep on giving it to other people. But we don't know if it's going to do that. And it's then, mutating in unvaccinated countries. Just look at everywhere it's fucking going. Delta was from India. India has a fucking over a billion people in that bitch. And it's not exactly completely developed and industrialized. There's a lot of really poor pockets that are not going to get that vaccine. Same thing with South Africa.
Go ahead, bro. It's a billion people in that motherfucker. It's a lot of people, man. Yeah. The whole world is never going to be vaccinated. That's right. It's just way too many people, dude.
You know, socialists like to be optimists. I would like to hope that one day we'll be able to get healthcare to everybody.
Let's watch this together, man. The question is, are viruses alive?
Okay. Are nasty and icky and sneaky, and now it turns out they also might be alive. Anthony here for D News, and there are two things that are bound to get scientists into a knife fight. One is defining what life is, and the other is figuring out whether viruses fit into that definition. But a new study by Tufts University says that whatever life is, viruses are probably part of it, and that is because they are stealing it from us. So biologists go back and forth on what life is so much that at one point there were over 280 competing scientific definitions of life on record. That is a lot. There are some basic guidelines that everyone agrees on. You've probably heard them before. Life is made of one or more cells. It obtains and uses energy. It grows and develops. It reproduces. It responds and adapts to its environment. And viruses have sort of straddled the line between living and non-living for a while. At first we thought they were poison, and then we thought they were living things. And then in 1946, Wendell Stanley got a Nobel Prize in chemistry for showing that they don't have the equipment to metabolize stuff, which means they can't get and use energy. Viruses also don't have cells of their own. They're basically just these little packets of DNA or RNA that live inside of other cells and piggyback on those cells' ability to reproduce.
I just want to say this for the records, for all the people that's like, oh, science, white man stuff. If you ever want to know science from a so-called like black perspective or whatever, you want to study Islamic scientists. Okay. Now the pictures are going to make it seem as if they're pale skinned Arabs, but these people are Moors and Turks and people from Arabia and Africa. Okay. So you all look that up, look up Islamic and then. Okay, so that's how you'll find that. Now, basically what he's saying is there's mad different definitions. You know, I dig it or whatever. Now, there is a concept of macro and micro, right? Where we have a macro universe and we have a micro universe, right? And so it's like, and if you understand, it's an esoteric concept of what is high is low, as above, so below, as in is out, as big is small. So it's the same way we have a solar system, the same way we have the structure of a cell. The same way we have a vast universe, we have a vast interverse. So as much as we are learning and stuff like that, we'll always continue to learn and we'll always continue to grow. And that's the science. And that's the reason why a lot of people are like, man, science just keep changing. Man, you said this and now it's that. Yeah, it's going to continue to change constantly. And so I just wanted to say that. It sounds like this guy doesn't give an answer. Right. This basically where I see him going is some people say this, some people say that. And so then I can tell this is where he's going to end up. So
yeah, viruses are weird. Yeah, man, I really agree with you when it comes to like science isn't magic. It's not religion. It changes. I think when the vaccine came out, people wanted like magic. Like sometimes science comes out with just magic. Like oh gosh, what's the disease that has dogs foaming out the mouth? Rabies. Yeah, like from what I understand about rabies, you catch rabies, that's it. That's GG. It's over. You're dead.
Dead.
But the rabies vaccine.
Oh yeah.
The rabies vaccine is so insane. It's so effective that while you have rabies, you can get vaccinated while you have the rabies, and you're good.
Yeah, it's like a serum. It's
magic.
Crazy. That is magic.
That's magic.
That is.
But like,
all praise due to Allah.
I think that's what people wanted with the vaccine.
Yes.
I think that's what people wanted with the COVID vaccine.
Yeah.
And it's just that's not where we're at yet.
Yeah. And my buddy, he made a great point. He goes, the vaccine is not like an end all be all. It's like having a bulletproof vest in war. Right? Just because you have a bulletproof vest, does that mean you're not going to die? No. It doesn't mean that the bullet's not going to hurt. Sure. You know what I mean? You may not die, but that shit'll hurt like a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Like you could still die with a bulletproof vest on, right? It's like it's just a level of protection. So it's not like the vaccine. Just because you got the vaccine, you're going to be okay. No, it's just a level of protection, man. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, yes, RCV makes 10,000 great points. One thing he said was wait until the ice caps melt and we get viruses, nigga, from millions of years ago. Wait until them shits come back out. You know what I'm saying? But mainly what he's talking about now is pills. They're going to try, because right now they got them COVID pills. Did you hear about that? How they have like,
dude. I'm not gonna lie. I was geek. I saw the pills. And I was like, yo, it's time to fucking party. I'm going to go to the strip club. Let's fucking go.
Fuck COVID. I got pills now. It's like gonorrhea. I can just pop these pills and be done.
What's your tongue taste like, bitch? I was going to go crazy.
Yeah, COVID is definitely over. We're in a pill-popping motherfucking society. Niggas pop pills, nigga. Niggas pop pills.
I was so geek. I was ready for that shit. But apparently it's not over yet.
Nah, vaccine pill? Nah, I haven't heard about the vaccine pill. I heard about, yeah, matter of fact, I think I did. I heard about for those people who are immune compromised who can't take the vaccine, there is because basically all a vaccine means it's a prophylactic. That's all it means. Prophylactic meaning you take it before you get it to prevent it. That's all it means. It's the same medicine. It's the same medicine, but you just take it before, you take it as preventative. And so, yes, I heard that is a pill people can take who can't get vaccinated. Yeah, the pill was for the vaccinated. Yeah, Georgia University working on it, I think. Yeah. Do you think the chip is in it? Nah, I don't think so. I think because a chip is far too big. You know what I mean?
What do they need the chip for? What do they even need it for?
When your cell phone is all the information.
Right the fuck now.
Yeah. Yep. Nanotechnology. What's crazy is niggas is talking about nanotechnology. They talking about high science, but niggas don't want to talk about regular science. Niggas will overlook regular science and move all the way to super science though. Niggas are talking, super science, nigga, nanotechnology, biochips, nigga, that's like in the future. Nigga, talk about regular science right now. You see,
fuck you guys got me calling it all the time.
Hey Ben, man, let me open up the phone line, man. Thank you for calling, bro. That was fantastic.
Oh, thank you for getting me off this bitch.
Oh man, I miss you guys, man. Hold on. Before I drop the number, I want to show one more thing real quick. Yeah. So basically, man, right now, if you are blessed enough to not have COVID, like, don't go out right now, man. COVID is everywhere, man. It's around the corner. I don't care, nigga, if you're in Pennsylvania. I don't care if you're in Ohio, Florida, Georgia. It's everywhere. It's everywhere. So a lot of people just came in. I came down with COVID. That's one of the reasons why I was gone, man. I had COVID for about 2 days, man. And then I got What's crazy is I took the booster shot on the 22nd. And then I started getting sick on the 23rd. So I thought I was just feeling the effects of the medicine inside my body. You know what I'm saying? And so I was, you know what I'm saying? I had chills and lower back and fatigue, you know what I'm saying, for a couple of days. And I was like, damn. I was like, shit, I guess that was the effects of the vaccine. You know what I'm saying? I was like, damn, I was sick from the vaccine. And then I talked to the homie, and me and him went to the same football game on the 21st. And he had the same symptoms, and he wasn't boosted. Excuse me. All he had was the 2 vaccine shots. I had 3. I had 2 and then the 3rd. Anyway, so I got sick basically I basically got sick. I basically got COVID and the vaccine or the booster shot on the same day, basically. And I had COVID. You know what I'm saying? Safe to say, I'm good. I literally had it I was sick for, so took it on the 22nd. I started feeling sick on the 23rd. I was down on when I woke up on the 24th, I was down on the 25th. And then on the 26th, my energy started coming back, but I just stayed in bed another day. Just, you know what I'm saying? And I didn't eat nothing. So when I get sick, I fast. When I get sick, I fast. Just nothing. The only thing I do is water and fruit. You know what I'm saying? I mean, well, first of all, I'll just do water. And then I didn't lose taste. I didn't have, because I was vaccinated, I didn't have a lot of the issues that some of my family members had. Some of my family members are really, really sick right now. And so I didn't lose my smell. I didn't lose my taste. One of the reasons why I'm vaccinated is because I have asthma and allergy issues. You guys see, I be congested. I be having allergy issues. So I was concerned that if I got COVID, it was really my wife. She, she was like, she knows I got, she know me better than I know myself, man. And she was like, you know what I'm saying? You gotta get vaccinated because of that. And I was like, Yeah, you're right. And so thank God that I had no respiratory issues. You know what I'm saying? I didn't have no sneezing. I didn't have no coughing. I didn't have no wheezing, no shortness of breath. So all praise due to Allah for that. And so I'm just letting you guys know, you know what I'm saying, my testimony, you know what I'm saying, what I did, what I, you know what I'm saying, I had. And, you know what I'm saying, she had a sore throat and that's about it. You know what I'm saying? So for one, the Omicron variant is not as like lethal or like strong as like the Delta. But it is everywhere out there. And if you're not vaccinated, you know what I'm saying, and whatever health issues you have, you know what I'm saying, just be mindful, you know what I'm saying? And then also, if you have children, man, I don't know if when it's time to send them back to school, I don't know if that's a smart idea or not. Because I'm thinking like February, March, when this wave dies down. The reason why it's Aries guy said Omicron is nothing like the first two. I mean, it's way more contagious, but it's way more mild. You know what I'm saying? All praise due to Allah. And so they first noticed Omicron. You see, I used to rap with a nigga named Anacron. So every time I hear Omicron, I think of my homie Anacron. The Omicron was first spotted in South Africa. And based on the numbers coming out of South Africa, they're already they already passed their peak. So basically what's going to happen is Omicron is like a tidal wave coming at one time and then it's over. So basically, like, I think, like, so basically, based on the timetable, and you know, the homie made a good point about South Africa, though. South Africa is the size of California. So we're going to have 50 South Africas in America. So that means probably like February, March. Once we get past this initial wave, I think pretty much this coronavirus shit will be in the past. That's what I think. That's what I think, man. That's what I think. I think that, you know what I'm saying, for all the people that are vaccinated, I think we'll pretty much be able to ride it out. I think the problem is going to be for the unvaccinated, especially for the older unvaccinated people. Yeah. And so, yeah. So that's that, man. I want to share one more with you guys. It's been a great show, guys. Thank you guys for your comments. Thank you guys for your phone calls. No, it's not over. I'm just thanking you guys. I missed you, man. I'm sitting there, you know what I'm saying, sick. I can't, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm a news junkie, man. I'm so sick, I can't even consume news, man. Conservative shot jock Dick Farrell has died at 65, COVID-19.
I'm bleeding right over here, CNN. Terrible. Awful. But hey, things can happen to anybody in the media.
He's a Newsmax anchor, anti-vaxxer. He posted this last month. Why take a vax promoted by people who lied to you all along about masks and the death toll or whatever? Oh, John Madden died today? Damn. Rest in peace to John Madden. However, loved ones say Farrell changed his stance on the vaccine after being hospitalized. His life partner shared his message on Facebook. He fought like a tiger. Please don't put off getting attention for this illness. For some minimal effects, for others, it is deadly. Yo, did y'all see Donald Trump? Y'all see the anti-vaxxer in chief? That nigga changed up on these niggas, man. Y'all saw that? Tell me y'all saw that. Ooh, sweet justice. That nigga Donald Trump, the anti-vaxxer, the y'all leader, y'all dear anti-vax leader. That nigga was interviewing. He got interviewed by Candace Owens. She was ready to go crazy. She was like, more people died and more people took the vaccine, so maybe it's the vaccine. And he was like, what the fuck? He shut all that shit down. That nigga Trump and Alex Jones and then all the conspiracy theorists, all the weirdos is hella mad at Donald Trump. Oh, it's beautiful. Oh, it's beautiful. I'm all about the fall of the Republican Party. All right, let's deal with Marcus Lamb. Shout out to Marcus Lamb. Shout out to him. He's dead. Shout out to him. Rest in peace. Rest in peace to the man. Marcus Lamb, anti-COVID vaccine Christian broadcaster, dead, 64 years old. Lamb hosted a series of vaccine skeptics on his television program and claimed the truth about COVID-19 was being censored. He's dead. Now, what's crazy is you're never going to find nobody who took the vaccine that's dead. You show me this. You see what I'm saying? I'm showing you, I've probably showed you like 10 people already who are all leading anti-vax people who are dead. You understand that, right? I'm showing proof, and I'm showing local news, I'm showing videos, I'm showing national news, I'm showing it all. Prominent Christian broadcaster known for his outspoken opposition to COVID-19 has died after, you see, all that blood is on Donald Trump's hands. The anti-vaxxer in chief, it's on his, that is a despicable human being. He has killed all these people, man, by feeding them false information, man. This morning at 4 a.m., the president and the founder of Daystar, the love of my life, went to be with Jesus. Oh, check this out. And now let me show you, what do they call it? Let me show you guys cognitive dissonance. Let me show you guys cognitive dissonance. Let me show y'all cognitive dissonance. Let me show you guys cognitive dissonance. Check this out. And this is the gentleman that first called. First of all, I respect the brother. I'm glad that he called. You know what I mean? I love the brother. Thank you for calling, brother. But he said it, that there's no amount of science or data that's going to make him change his mind. Okay, well, let me show you other people who feel the same. All right, Vice News. People got sick at a conspiracy conference. They think it's anthrax. The fact that the conference was likely a COVID outbreak and super spreader event has almost been entirely ignored. All right. So they had Eric Trump, Roger Stone, Michael Flynn. They had all the Republicans, all of them. A group of unvaccinated people who attended a huge conspiracy conference in Dallas earlier this month all became sick in the following days after the event with symptoms like coughing, shortness of breath, fever, and instead of blaming the global COVID pandemic, however, the conspiracy theorists think they were attacked by anthrax. Cognitive dissonance. The far-right conspiracy claim began after a dozen people spent time together in a conference space at the Reawaken America tour event in Dallas over the weekend of December 10th. And the fact that there was likely COVID outbreak, the super spreader event, almost entirely ignored. Okay. And so here's the reporting on it. Anthrax symptoms include chest pain, shortness of breath, cough, headache, fatigue, in other words, many of the symptoms of COVID-19. But the Reawaken America tour features anti-vaxxers and COVID skeptics, so it'd be embarrassing if a bunch of people on the tour caught COVID. Obviously, that's not good for your brand. David Clements is claiming that Joe Altman, Jovan Pulitzer, and a dozen other that were at the Reawaken tour are suffering symptoms of anthrax attack. They rather, you know what I mean? Yo, another thing is these Europeans, like these Trump European people, they want to be oppressed so bad. They literally wake up every day and just pray that they're oppressed. They just want to be a victim of something. Like they're creating anthrax attacks on them. Like they want ops so bad. Like we like us so-called black people, our foot is there's been feet on our neck the whole time we've been in America. We're not creating ops. That's not what we do. We're not creating enemies. We actually have real enemies. We have people who are really out for us. These people are hallucinating. These people are hallucinating. It's unbelievable. These people want to be oppressed so bad. Oh, Lord, please, can I be oppressed? I just want to say it's anti-racism. I just want to be oppressed, please. An anthrax attack? Niggas ain't talking about anthrax since nigga 01. When's the last time niggas talking about anthrax? Let me check on YouTube, man. Let's see what's going on, man. Yeah, this dude, man, Marcus Lamb, anti-COVID vaccine Christian, died. His son said it was the devil. Okay, whatever. Daystar has a broadcast a series of programs featuring vaccine skeptics such as Robert Kennedy Jr. Now that is Dark Matter. Is that Dark Matter brother still here? Because I haven't been reading the comments. Is the Dark Matter brother still here? Is that brother still here? Yes, he is. All right. So the reason why, if you're a follower of the Nation of Islam, you can attest to this. You understand? I'm not capping here. One of the major reasons why Farrakhan is against the vaccines is because he spoke to Robert Kennedy, and especially this was dealing with, this is long before COVID. It was Robert Kennedy who was telling Black America, or the world period, that vaccines are bad. But he had a meeting with Farrakhan, and he told them that the vaccines that we get at birth it causes autism in Black youth. And I remember, okay. And so Robert Kennedy is where Farrakhan is getting that information from. A blonde-haired, blue-eyed devil, based on the definitions of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. And so Robert Kennedy is the source of most of this vaccine misinformation. So Farrakhan's thoughts of the vaccine do not come from the Quran. They do not come from the supreme wisdom. They do not come from Prophet Noble Drew Ali. They don't come from any Islamic scriptures. It comes from a blonde-haired, blue-eyed devil. Their definition of a blonde-haired, blue-eyed devil. Robert Kennedy. Think about that. Right? Matter of fact, I'm going to show you. Farrakhan. I'll put Farrakhan. Let's see. Louis Farrakhan, Robert Kennedy. Oh shit, I'm on YouTube. I gotta be careful what I play. Yeah, so the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan met with Robert Kennedy Jr. on the, quote, controversial vaccine and talks autism. Yes, so once again, that's where Farrakhan got it from. He got it from a European man. It didn't come from Elijah Muhammad. Yeah, I understand, brother. I understand, brother. Yo, man, I found this video. I have no idea what this is about to say, but this one is very interesting, okay? This says, the descendant of the infamous syphilis study, an old school sister, weighs in on the COVID-19 vaccine. I have no idea what she's going to say. No idea. Okay, I'm not taking sides here. I have no idea what she's going to say. But this is a sister, because we always talk about the Tuskegee experiment, right? And we talk about how when the Europeans did us wrong with these experiments. Okay, well, the sister here was a part of the syphilis study, right? She was a part of it. So let's just hear what her thoughts. Like I said, I have no idea what she's going to say. I have no idea. It is hard to believe. Yes, it is. You need to open your worldview, brother. It's hard to believe. It doesn't mean it's not. It's just hard to believe. Yes, it is. You know? Open up. The government deceived hundreds of Black men in that syphilis study for decades, allowing many to die by withholding treatment so doctors could study how the disease ravaged Black bodies. That atrocity has shaped the way some Black people view doctors and the government. So I reached out to a descendant of one of the men in that syphilis study, who now lives in Virginia, to get her take on the COVID-19 vaccine.
They were human beings. They deserve the dignity and the respect and the care as every human being did.
Lily Tyson Head's father, Freddie Lee Tyson, was among the 600 Black men deliberately deceived by the United States government in that now infamous syphilis study.
And they were so trusting. These were some honest men.
And now there's distrust among some in the Black community of the new COVID vaccine because of the government's sinister history.
They
and it makes total sense
to die so that they could figure out how the syphilis affected their bodies.
But Head says a key part of the government's deception in the study, withholding the cure to syphilis for hundreds of Black men, makes her determined to roll up her sleeve for the COVID-19 vaccine.
When the vaccine is available to my group, I plan to take it. My father.
Think about what she's saying. They withheld the vaccine. They withheld the cure.
Beginning in 19-
You see? Oh, you get it? Oh, I get it.
Doctors recruited hundreds of.
Oh, I get it. Like, so they had the cure, they just withheld it. And so we have the cure here, so take it. I get what she's saying. I get it, man. Shout out to the elder, man. All right, guys, it's been a great show. Hope you guys enjoyed it. This has been fantastic. If you're watching this show on a loop, you know by the time period right above my head, it says 9:17. If it's not 9:17, this is a loop and it's not live, okay? Shout out to everybody out there. I love you guys. It's been a great show. I purposely don't be talking vaccine stuff because it's not good for my brand, man. I know y'all, you know what I'm saying, is anti-science, man. So I just had to do it anyway, man. Love you guys. Be good. Be safe, man. If you're on YouTube, make sure you come over here to Caffeine, man. The link is on down below. All right, you guys. Be good. Be blessed. Be safe, man. Love y'all. Peace.